Hi, everybody. Time for another devotion. Pastor Rigdon here at St. John Lutheran Church and School in Kendallville, Indiana. Today we're going to take a look at fire and the clouds and how the Lord manifests himself. And what we're going to find is that the Lord does this the same in both the Old and the New Testament, connecting those two things together, the Old and the New, and finally pointing to Jesus Christ. All right, so let's jump in and we're going to share the word here. There we are, and let's open it up fully. And all right, so remember what's happening here. The people of Israel are out in the desert. They are wandering through the desert until they get to the promised land, and the Lord is guiding them. It says, and the Lord went before them by day in a pillar of cloud to lead them along the way, and by night in a pillar of fire to give them light, that they might travel by day and by night. The pillar of cloud by day and the pillar of fire by night did not depart from before the people. So the Lord is guiding them by cloud and by fire, allowing them to move as quickly as possible. All right, a couple of images. This helps us get a sense of the fire and also the rugged land. If you look closely, you can see the people walking down very small, and the fire, we don't know if it was, what color it was, what it looked like exactly, but it was brilliant, especially during the dark night. Here's the cloud by day. Again, we're not sure, but we get a sense of what it looked like and the people walking behind. All right. I like images because they break up the text and they help us when we learn, both by seeing and by hearing. All right. So continuing, for the cloud of the Lord was on the tabernacle by day, and the fire was in it by night, in the sight of all the house of Israel throughout their journeys. All right, what's going on there? Here's this image. You see the fire very prominently. Look in the center, you see the tabernacle, kind of like a church. And the tabernacle had two parts. It had the front part, the holy place, and then the back part, the most holy place. And that was where the presence of the Lord was, the Ark of the Covenant. All right, so that is where you see the fire come down. In other words, God manifests himself in the most holy place by fire. All right, now moving forward, New Testament, this is the transfiguration of Jesus. In other words, he shows his glory, and he does this right before he goes into Jerusalem to be crucified. And Peter said to Jesus, Lord, it is good that we are here. If you wish, I will make 3 tents for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. He was still speaking when, behold, a bright cloud overshadowed them, and a voice from the cloud said, this is my beloved Son, with whom I am well pleased. Listen to him. All right, so you see that. Interesting image. I doubt if there were angels there. We don't hear about that. But you see Jesus, Moses, Elijah, and the 3 disciples at the bottom. All right, then Pentecost, the coming of the Holy Spirit. And divided tongues as of fire appeared to them and rested on each one of them. And they were all filled with the Holy Spirit and began to speak. Move this. And began to speak in other tongues or languages as the Spirit gave them utterance. So the Lord here is always manifesting himself, showing himself with fire and with the clouds. All right, you see the connections there. Another image of what it might have looked like. Okay, let me stop the share and tie this together. So always you want to see how God is leading the people. He's caring for them. Fire and clouds in the Old Testament, we see the Lord again. He endorses Jesus, the Son, with the cloud. He goes down to die for us. And then after Jesus dies and rises again, the Lord is again there for us in the tongues of fire, preparing the apostles to go out and share the good news. So always we want to connect this, recognizing that Jesus is in the Old Testament and up to Pentecost and still going forward. All right, and all of this is finally about salvation. It's all about Jesus dying on the cross and rising from the dead. And the Lord cares for us and brings us to that so that we have forgiveness of sin. God's peace to you, my prayers for you in the midst of these trials, and hope that you'll check in again soon. Take care. Bye-bye.